Ran across this on TikTok. Is there anything that fucking falls out of her fucking mouth that's the fucking truth? Perhaps if I say the word fuck, like it'll get people's attention. Does she constantly lie about everything? Throw me your thoughts down there. Is this true or is it not? Because I'm throwing my hands up. I'm absolutely fed the fuck up. Like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I honestly do not believe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so god darn confused. So
Story about
so what is it? A fake brick home? Is it a fake brick wall? Because y'all, okay, I'm redoing. Look, I have a fifth wheel. I had to get it when we worked out of town. When we made good money, I bought it. But when I moved back home for my dad to help take care of me, I moved it onto our property, which we share with his in-laws. But anyway, we're in the midst of redoing it, okay? And I went to Temu to find some kind of eh, backdrop for the living room wall. Well, the exact same wall that is in Gypsy Rose's podcast is exactly what I just ordered off of Temu. I wanted it to be a backsplash where the TV goes in the living room. So you had a different, because I have a different backdrop that has the kitchen. So I wanted to make it seem kind of, rustic, down to earth, but different. Not, I didn't want white walls. Okay. I wanted to look what do you call them? Unfifth wheel it like, okay? Untrailer park trash like, okay? Well, it's not a trailer park. It's not a trailer at all. It's a fucking fifth wheel like you can drive. Well, you can't drive it. You can pull it behind our truck. Um. Anyway, that's near none there. That's not an air there. Whatever. Anyway, y'all, it's the same thing that I just ordered off Temu. And right now, I am second guessing everything this child says. The video, okay, we started out believing Gypsy was a victim, okay, of abuse. Okay, we all fell for that same fucking lie, right? All of us did. And then slowly she opens her mouth and the little lies fall out. And then you got Bree over here that will try her damnedest to debunk what Becca or anybody else says. She's like, and sometimes her arguments are like, wait a minute, who should I really believe? You know what I'm saying? And then Becca or somebody else will drop another video and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so confused, you guys. And then I go to TikTok and people are Red Rose had already dropped a video and it said her address was in cutoff to the copyright thingy that she dropped. And then she says, well, it's against the law to lie on a form like that, right? So I'm sitting here going, could we get her for that? And then I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all, she lies about everything. So then I go over to TikTok and I find this.
moving to Hammond is a lie. She never moved to Hammond with Ken. She moved back with her family to Cutoff. The story about Hammond is that they don't live there. They never have lived there. Bree has in-laws that live in Hammond. That's where Gypsy got the idea from. But Gypsy lives with her family back in Cutoff. Ken moved back home to Florida with his dad or near his father. When they packed up that house in Metairie, that was it. Ken left, he packed up his car and drove back to Florida. Ken never had a Louisiana address. He always lived in Florida.
Okay, so what about the video that she dropped with the fireplace? So where did that come from? Where did the one where there's got to be a second home? There's got to be. Where did she get the photos of her coming out on the porch? See what I'm saying? There's so much that makes me believe this, and then there's so much that makes me believe that, and I'm to the point where y'all, I just don't even belong. I don't even think my name. One of my subscribers. I'm not sure why she thought my name was Ashley, but she was like, "Hey, Ashley," and anyway, y'all, I'm second guessing my own fucking name here. And it ain't Ashley. And it ain't Hurricane. Yo, I'm second guessing my entire existence at this point. I swear to God. Like, I don't know what to believe anymore. And the sad part is, like, I live with my fiance um, and my amazing million cats. But I sit here all day and I talk to them and I wait for him to come home and I'm like, you're not going to believe this. And I start explaining it. I started explaining, whatever happened that day to him. And he's like, really? 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 And I'm like, baby, believe me or not, but this shit is exactly what is going on the internet. Like, I don't know what. He's like, baby, that's a lot. I'm like, you're telling me? I'm like, I'm beside myself on day at the end of the day. I'm like, are you kidding me? Can this much drama come out of one fucking individual? Every time that I think she's trumped that, I'm like, and then she trumps something else, like this ridiculous podcast. But anyway, y'all, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. Throw me y'all's thoughts and help me figure the fuck this shit out, cause I don't know. I'm just that. Is there a baby? Is there a goddamn baby? Because I hear it yakking in the background. The motherfucker never grows, but I hear it. The uh, do you want me to tell you the only thing that makes me think that she don't have a youngin is the fact that she shows that room and it don't look like one lives there. Y'all, I had two kids back to back. One was born in 98. The other was born in 99. One was born in June. The other one was born in December. So they were dead on, like, you know what I'm saying? My youngin's rooms did not look like that. That's not what they look like. There was proof that fucking kids lived there, and when she shows a room, I'm like, there's no youngin that lives in that room. There's no way in hell. Even if you're gonna, like, make it look. See, y'all, I seen the video. I seen her look. I seen the damn kid in front of the fireplace. And what made me think, I'm like, what parent thinks it's cute that a kid is okay, even though the fireplace is an imaginary or it's not real, what the fuck is that baby gonna think when it goes out, like, to a cookout or something, and it's like, well, wait a minute, I can touch that. And then I'm like, no, there's no real parent that's gonna do that. So then I second guess myself. Like, I'm to the point where, y'all, how does Gypsy function? How does she function like this? If we are this damn confused about somebody else's life, how the fuck does Gypsy make it through one day? No wonder she's clocked her entire life. It was probably to keep up with all her lies, but there's so damn many, like, I'm getting upset. There's so many lies that's probably why she filmed her entire life, to keep up with them. But then there's so many, she's like, well, can't go back through all my entire existence to clock a lie because there's so much fucking. You see what I'm saying? Y'all. Lord have mercy. Throw me all your thoughts, not just half of them. Throw me all of them, because I am just flabbergasted. Okay? I love each and every one of you. I hope you have a lovely Thursday and an amazing weekend. And I wish you guys lived closer to the area code 30471. Because if you did, I got 3 amazing cats that I'm trying to adopt out. They're absolutely free, but they're only to go to amazing homes. And that I will have to make sure of, because if they're going to be mistreated or neglected, they can stay right here. I have 3 cats of my own, Disney, Lulu, and Little Baby. And they're full grown. And they're not really wanting to get along with the babies. Little Baby, which is, okay, Lulu and Little Baby is the daddies to the 3 little ones. And Disney is the mother. And Little Baby smacked my tiniest little cat. Y'all, okay, he must be okay, there was 5 to begin with. 2 died and 3 made it. But this little one, he's Charlie is his name. You guys help name him. All my wonderful subscribers. Y'all help me name, except for Jupiter. Jupiter is named after my mom. Her favorite song was Drops of Jupiter. But anyway, I'm sorry. I get sidetracked because I love talking to y'all. But anyway, he hauled off and smacked him this morning. Now, when I tell you this cat is little, y'all, this cat sits in the palm of my hand, and my hand's bigger. Okay, his feet are my pinky. His feet are the size of my pinky, y'all. I'll upload some videos or a picture on my community page later. Um, you can't really tell when they're all bundled up, but I'll go out there in just a minute and I'll make you guys a video of them in the front yard. And when I tell you this thing is the drop dead little, he's so little. He's little, like little. But anyway, if you're near the 30471 area code and you want a cat and you'll give it a lovely home, you tell me and we'll get it. We'll get together, and like I say, it's got to be to an amazing home, but because I love my cats. I grew up with them, but when I got sick, he went to work all the time. Well, he goes to work all the time. Of course, most people do. But anyway, and my dad died right after my sister died, and I was alone a lot of the day, and I was getting really depressed. And I'm like, look, he can't come home to be with me every minute, and I'm like, I need someone to talk to, so I don't feel as alone. And he brought me this tiny little cat, and I called him Little Lucifer because he was mean as shit. He'd play peekaboo with me, but he was mean. Well, because we thought she was a she, until one day my old man, he happened to ride home with his boss one day, and he rode home, and he's like, there's Lulu, and he's like, her, he was like, that's her. And he goes, man, that's not a her. And he goes, yeah, it is. I've been I've been raising this cat for 6 months. It's a she. And he says, no, dude, it's got balls. That's a dude. So, yes, I have 2 males and 1 female. And I don't know what the other ones are, but we named them Harley, Charlie, and Jupiter. So there's no identity. Y'all, I told him, I used to joke with him. I'm like, we got the only transgender cat in the world. Like, he just didn't know what the hell it was until it growed up. Anyway, I got on a little rant, but y'all throw me your thoughts, because like I say, I'm totally confused. And I hope y'all all have a lovely weekend.